Hi everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's me again, 𝗦𝗛𝗔𝗥𝗘, and I'm super glad to have you here. In case you're new to this YouTube channel, please smash the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. Put it at all so you get notified every single time we drop educative, informative, and insightful content, just like this one and many others that we're about to drop. All right, so the FOMC is in about an hour 30 minutes, and a lot of people are asking what's going to be the fate of the United States dollar. Of course, that's why we're here to look at the fate of the United States dollar and also how it affects other currencies and other pairs that you will most likely want to trade tonight. Okay, so we already see interest rates being the highest ever since about 14 years in the United States, since 2008. Okay, and of course, the last FOMC meeting in about June or July thereabout, the Fed also, the committee also decided to hike interest rate by about 75 basis points. Okay, which is very aggressive. Okay, a lot of people considered very aggressive, but of course, the Federal Reserve Bank of US, the chairman of the Federal Bank of US, have already vowed that they are going to do everything possible to fight inflation. Okay, and of course, that's the essence of the aggressive tightening, the aggressive tightening of the interest rate, or rather the aggressive hike in the interest rate up to 75-point basis. Okay, so for the FOMC meetings, we are expecting 2 more before the close of 2022, and of course, before the close of 2022, we are expecting inflation rate to hit over about 4% or 4.5% thereabout. So what is most likely going to happen in today's meeting? So these are the possibilities that are going to most likely happen on today's meeting. First, I will start with the dollar index so we can have better understanding of what's going to most likely happen to the dollar itself before we compare it to other currencies. Okay, so first, we've seen the dollar index come to about 114. Okay, about 114.719. Okay, and that was the highest it has been for a very long time. And then of course we saw it weaken to this great demand zone about 110, where it rallied back up. So what is most likely going to happen with this FOMC? And of course, remember, we're expecting CPI tomorrow. So what is most likely going to happen with the FOMC today is this, that we might most likely see the dollar having a lot of strength. Okay, the dollar being strengthened and most likely getting back to 114.79 zone. Okay, that is the most likely thing that is going to happen to the dollar index. Okay, so if we see the dollar being strengthened as a result of the 75 basis points interest rate hike that is being expected from FOMC meetings today, then what is most likely going to happen to the currencies that are going to be paired? Because I don't really see a possibility of the dollar getting weakened at the level currently it is trading. Okay, so what is most likely going to happen to EURUSD? What is most likely going to happen to USDJPY? What is most likely going to happen to GBP USD, gold, or even oil? Okay, so let's quickly start with USDJPY. Let's quickly start with the USDJPY, and let's see what is most likely going to happen to the USDJPY. So I would like to look at USDJPY. I've already been looking at USDJPY for a very long time. Okay, so this is my view on USDJPY that I would most likely want to give to you. So if you look at USDJPY, we see a nice movement here, right? We see these nice movements here. Okay, and of course, this trend line acting as a support, if replicated, we can have this beautiful movement here. So most likely on the monthly time frame, we see USDJPY moving in this trend channel. Okay, so what is most likely going to happen is the US dollar becomes strengthened, is that we will most likely see a stronger USD pushing prices, pushing USD prices to about this level, technically at around 149. Okay, technically. So we might most likely see that happen on USDJPY. So most of you I know may perhaps be looking at USDJPY on the daily time frame, right? If you look at it on the daily time frame, you might not have the bigger picture of what is most likely going to happen. All right. So a lot of people have been saying, oh, USDJPY is overbought. USDJPY is overbought. Why is it not selling? This is the reason why it's not selling, because you haven't looked at it on the bigger picture. So this is what's most likely going to happen. We might most likely see USDJPY continue to have a massive rally to the upside to about 149.088. Okay, so let's expect that. That's a very high probability to happen. Okay, or rather, we might see it come back to a demand zone, which is somewhere around this level. Okay, if it comes back to retest this level, then we might see it continue to push up back to 149.088. That's one of the biggest possibilities on USDJPY. Let's quickly look at EURUSD to know what exactly is going to most likely happen on EURUSD. So for about a day or two now on EURUSD, we've been seeing a good consolidation in this yellow region here, right? And of course, looking at it on the 4 hours time frame, looking at it on the daily time frame, what we see is a massive bearish movement on EURUSD. Now, this is the lowest point that it has gotten to in a very long while, which is around 0.95611. So with today's FOMC, what is most likely going to happen is if we see that EURUSD is breaking out from this zone. Let me take it back to the hourly time frame. All right, if we see the EURUSD breaking out from this zone around 0.96705, of course, we might most likely see a continuous bearish pressure to the downside to about 0.95611. Okay, now that's for me the most likely thing that is going to happen on EURUSD as regards FOMC and as regards the dollar being strengthened, okay, as a result of the 75 basis point interest rate hike. Now, that's the most likely thing that is going to happen on EURUSD. But of course, there are some other possibilities as well. If we see a weaker dollar, then we might most likely see a rally to the upside, but I doubt if there could be a break, okay? I doubt if there could be a break out of this consolidation or ranging zone, okay? But should there be a break out of this upper price, which is at 0.97442, then we might most likely see EURUSD getting back up to around 0.98529. Okay, so but the most likely thing is we might see EURUSD fall back to this demand level here. And then, of course, on GBP USD, we might still most likely see already mapped out a lot of zones. And of course, prices are trading below all 2 moving averages, signifying that, of course, the bears are still dominating. The bears are still the owners of the market. Okay, so with the FOMC and, of course, USD being strengthened, we might still see GBP USD most likely falling down below this level, which is 1.09321. And of course, if it falls down below that level, we might see it come to around 1.06151. And of course, beyond that level, we might see in the coming days as well, as a result of CPI, FOMC, and bearish pressure, we might most likely see the GBP USD fall back to 1.03691. Okay. So lastly, I'll talk about gold. Lastly. Of course, on gold as well, we can find should we call this a demand zone? Yes, of course, it's more like a demand zone. So on GBP, on gold as well, we might most likely see a push to the downside, okay? A push to the downside. Already on the 1 hour time frame, we've seen a consolidation. Perhaps everybody's tentative, everybody's waiting. What's going to be the fate of USD as a result of the outcome of the FOMC? Everybody's waiting. All right. So a lot of fear might most likely push gold to the upside. Let's say to test somewhere around this level, to test somewhere around this level, which is 1682, most likely. But if we see that happen, then there is going to be a quick bearish pressure and a bearish movement to the downside, okay? And of course, we might most likely see gold falling back to around, we might most likely see gold falling back to around 1617.28, okay? That is if it is able to break below this level, okay? Because of course, we notice this level is a significant support level as well. So if it falls below 1658, of course, trust me, the bearish pressure will most likely continue to the downside. I mean, this level, if it breaks below this level, we might most likely see the bearish pressure continue to push gold to the downside to test around 1617.28. So what exactly will you be trading in FOMC today? You can let me know in the comment section. I like to know your comments, and I like to know if this video was helpful, if it was insightful. Please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up so that it motivates me to post more insightful content like this one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. Put it at all so that you get notified every single time we drop inspiring, educative, and informative content like this one. I wish you all the best and a lot of profits in this coming news. Thank you.